All right, we are live, guys. Trying to get us set up, get everything good. All right, video quality should be really good this time. Y'all go ahead and let me know in the comments. We got a few people jumping in. Let me know what the video and the sound looks like right now on YouTube. Let us know how good it looks. Got y'all a good big wide angle here. I might have to adjust that camera a little bit. That's it. We are live. We're showing off some new products here in the front. We're gonna take a second. Let a few people jump in here. I'm gonna center this camera view a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's good right there. So YouTube is live. Let's see if we can get TikTok going live here now. And there we go. We are live on the YouTube. We are live on the TikTok. Tech Talk Thursday. Guys, we're going to try and do this every Thursday about 1 o'clock, right after lunch. Get in, answer some questions. If you would, right now, just let me know, especially on YouTube, video quality and sound quality. Can you hear me good and can everything see good? On my screen, it's showing up great. We should be recording good video in about 720p, so pretty good quality. Just if you would, give me a thumbs up and post a comment. Let me know what you think that the video and the sound quality is like. So we're gonna give it a few minutes, let some people get in here. Hope Kyle and Jerry should be showing up very soon. So I'm hoping to get those guys in here. All right, so let's see if we got some questions coming through yet. All right, looks like we got all thumbs up from everybody on YouTube. So everything looks pretty good over there. All right, here we go. Awesome. So I got it working. So TikTok chat, we've got working here on the laptop. Looks like everything's good there. We got chat working on YouTube. So everything should be good to go. We can get some questions going. Do you have the Sundown NSV6? I do. It is not in the room right now. So we took the NSV6 down to Triple Fest over the weekend. It is still boxed up and packed up in the trailer. We haven't unloaded the trailer yet. We have, so basically right now, once Triple Fest started, we're going to be doing shows on a very regular basis. So most of the stuff that I take to shows, as far as like, I even had to go grab this tablecloth real quick. The tables, the chairs, the tablecloths, the tents, we keep all that stuff packed up all the time. This year, that's going to include product we're taking to shows to show off. So there's some things I got multiple versions of, but the NSV6, only 2 exist right now. One is back with Audio Apex, which I'm going to go grab soon because we've got to split those up. Next weekend going to Florida, we'll have an NSV6 at Knowledge Fest Orlando coming up next weekend, and we'll have an NSV6 with us at Made of Steel. So if you're wanting to know our show schedule, Not this weekend, next weekend. I actually leave Wednesday night to head down to Florida. We set up for Knowledge Fest Orlando on Thursday of next week. That show will run Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then we head on over. So half of our Sundown crew is going to stay there at Knowledge Fest. The other half of us, me and Brandon, we're going to head over to Made of Steel in Dover. We got to be there Friday for setup. That show is going to last Friday night and all day Saturday. Then Sunday we head back to Orlando to finish up Knowledge Fest, break down that booth, and head back up here. So I'm actually be gone away from home for about a week total, making these round trips, doing 2 shows. We're doubling up that weekend. So of course I got to drive the big truck and trailer. If you're not familiar, you can check out some videos. Maybe I need to do a dedicated video on it. But yeah, we have a massive F650 Super Duty. It's got a big cat diesel engine in it. Pulls our massive trailer. This thing it's the size of an 18-wheeler, but I get to take that around and travel to shows all across the country every year. Our show season just started, so yeah, that truck and trailer is going to stay loaded up, ready to go, full of fuel. Knowledge Fest Orlando, Made of Steel in Dover, Florida, coming up next weekend. We've got Slamology coming up the second weekend of June. Slamology up in Indianapolis. We'll be up there. I plan on putting on the biggest booth display we've ever done in the history of Sundown. So Slamology is a huge show, probably definitely one of the biggest shows, especially here on the eastern half of the U.S. It's a massive show. We always show up and show out up there. I'm bringing a ton of new merch. So you'll see that start to unleash between now and next month for Slamology. We're bringing a ton of new merch, a ton of new designs. I plan on kind of releasing them all right there. So if you like the Sundown merch, make sure to stop by our booth at Slamology. After that, Slamology in June. July will be X's Power Show over at Knoxville Dragway in Knoxville, Tennessee. Sundown Show, August 19th. Sundown Show is always the 3rd weekend in August. It will be August 19th here in Hickory, North Carolina at Hickory Motor Speedway. So be prepared for that. September, I don't know what's on the calendar for September yet. End of October, 1st week of November, I fly out to SEMA out in Las Vegas. I will not be driving the big truck and trailer out there, but I will be flying out. So if anybody's in SEMA and wants to link up, do anything, yeah, I'll be out there that whole week out in Las Vegas. And then November, Ruckus Show. So that's the shows I know off the top of my head we will be at this year. So mark your calendars, plan on being at these shows. Show off a couple of other new things. Again, we're still waiting on Kyle and Jerry to show up. Right here, I want to show these off to you guys. These just showed up this week. All new NeoPro 10-inch mid-ranges. These things are badass, guys. So a long time ago, we made some NeoPro 10s. They didn't sell that well. The NeoPro 6.5s and 8s sell really well. The 10s were just a really slow seller, so we decided to discontinue them. Nowadays, we got a bunch of people asking to bring 10s back. So, NeoPro 10s, these are the prototypes. They sound good. We're making at least 1 revision to test out, possibly 2, before they go into full production. I do, right now, predict we will have these in stock by the end of the year. It just depends on how long these revisions take and how quickly we verify them. Now, to show off some of the cool things about it, you see that awesome, beautiful carbon fiber cone. But one of the best things is these went to a fairly shallow design. They're very slim for what they are. Let me also note, those big terminals on there, you know, a lot of speakers just come with those little spades. They skimp out. We make sure to get the big push terminals on here. But for being a 10-inch, we got fairly shallow with these things. And let me tell you guys, they're loud. I don't say they scream because that hits, they don't sound good. No, these things sound good and they get very loud very easily. Sensitivity was bumped up a ton on these versions. But we got some revisions to make and we're going to finish them out. But that new frame, everything looks badass. Also, probably going to be some LCMR 10s. So LCMR are our inexpensive budget line of our loudspeakers, our pro audio, so to speak, kind of stuff. So we have VEX 10s in stock right now. VEX 12s are on the way. Then you step down. Those are our big bad boys. Step down to our NeoPro lineup. We got the 10s going into production very soon. As soon as we finalize these last revisions. LCMRs are budget stuff for our pro audio or loudspeaker stuff. We have LCMRs in stock right now in 6.5s and 8s in both 4 ohm and 8 ohm. They're all fully in stock. You can get them at your dealers and distributors right now. But LCMR 10s, we're putting those in the works to bring those in. Guys are asking for the bigger speakers, so we're gonna bring them in 10s. If the 10s are popular enough and we get enough demand, we might even expand up to 12. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure and let us know. Another cool things I've been showing off this week, we did some amp dyno videos of the Salt 1.5 here. Super tiny little amp. Salt 1 will be coming next week to Amp Test Tuesday. We can do an amp dyno video on that. These things are insanely tiny and insanely powerful. We showed on that dynamic run that a lot of guys like to brag about and talk about. If the other company's going to do it, I'm going to do it too. We did that dynamic half ohm run and got 3,800 and something watts. I forget the total number, but it was pushing damn near 3,900 watts. We got over 3,800 watts dynamic at half ohm out of this little guy. Even on the certified runs, and you know, that certified and uncertified, we're getting well over 2,000 watts. I believe it was 2,100 or so certified, 2,300 or so. But that video is live right now on YouTube. You can go check it out. I have a long version we did as a live feed where we ran the SALT 1.5 because these guys have 4-gauge inputs. So I did a full amp dyno test, did everything with 4-gauge wire and inputs, just like the amp comes with to show you. You don't have to run one on. This thing's rated 1,500 watts. It's going to do around 2K, and you can make really good power on those 4-gauge inputs with 4-gauge wire. We also did longer versions where we did the 8-gauge wire with 4-gauge adapters, show you what kind of power increase there might be there, as well as some high voltage and low voltage and a whole array of different tests. There's a shorter version if you just want to get straight to the nitty gritty. The short amp dyno version of that SALT 1.5, it is up on YouTube as well. Go check that out. We got plenty of power out of that little guy. So these are two other things that are in the works. I'm expecting them in stock within the next 90 days. So that's some of the cool new stuff I want to show you guys for today. Let's go ahead and dive into some questions. Let's see what we got here on YouTube. All right, everybody seems we got thumbs ups, looking good, sounding good. Talk about the NSV6. Yeah, if you want to see NSV6 in person, come see us at some of the shows coming up we talked about. Next weekend, we'll have one at Knowledge Fest Orlando and Made of Steel down in Dover, Florida. NSV6s will be there. NSV6 motors, all the parts we're waiting on, we're showing up the end of this month. So I'll just go ahead and say 1st of June, we're going to be going in full production. They will be built right here in our facility. We're in Newton, North Carolina. All Nightshade version 6s will be built right here in-house. So that production will go into effect first week in June. Are you looking for any projects to sponsor? Nope, we're not. We don't search out project to sponsor. Trust me, we get enough questions about people wanting us to sponsor them. We don't have to search anything out. Now, if you are looking for a sponsorship from Sundown Audio, we do what we call our team program. Basically, just means you can get a discount on product directly from us. In exchange, we treat it like a job. You can contact us at teamsundown@sundownaudio.com. That's the email. There's also a contact form on our website, sundownaudio.com. Go there, send in what's going to be a resume, just like you're applying for a job. This is the agreement. We're going to give you a deep discount on products. You're going to provide us positive advertisement. So put that in your resume, what kind of shows you go to, what kind of cars you got, what kind of competition stats or any history in cardio or car shows, anything like that. Put it in a nice professional resume, email it to us. We'll get back with you about a sponsorship. What's y'all best amp for 3012? I'm not sure exactly your question here. It just says 3000 space 12. So I don't know if you're asking for a 3000 watt 12-inch sub. I'm not sure you're asking here. So I'm going to take a guess. If you're asking about 3000 watt 12-inch sub, then something's going to be 3000 watts, going to be our SALT 3. Now, that's going to be my #1 recommendation. SALT 3 amplifier. It's a little underrated amplifier, good for about 4K or so, but that's going to be what I recommend. If you have a 3000 watt RMS 12-inch sub, that's going to be the amp that's just on the limited information given that I'm going to recommend for that. Let's see. Oh, we got Incriminator in here following. What's up, guys? Where can I get some stickers? So, decals. We're bringing in all kinds of decals, new designs daily. You can get them at sundownunofficial.com. So we kind of split off some of our websites. We got the primary Sundown Audio website. We have the sundownyardsale.com website where we sell off some of the B stock and used product trade-in stuff. Even some parts, drop-ins, you can order all them there. Merch website is sundowunofficial.com. That's where we do stuff like the hat you'll see back here, the different decals. We've got the America logo, the American flag, the Only Sundown, the Unofficials, Only Unofficial, Sundown Hub, the Money logo, that as well as your basic white and silver decals, lanyards, all kinds of cool stuff. Get your Sundown merch at sundowunofficial.com. Do y'all need a sponsor in Virginia? He's wording that as in, do we need a sponsor? I'm not sure what you mean there. If you're looking for us to sponsor you in Virginia? I'm not sure. You might want to clarify that a little bit better, your question. Sundown is so overpriced. Cool. All right, it's all the questions I'm seeing right now. That's the TikTok questions. You know, if you think Sundown's overpriced, I mean, cool. It's just not for you. But here's the way I'll treat that. A lot of people want to come in and they want to look at our big stuff, like the thing they want to have. So if you're looking at some of our bigger amps, looking at our bigger subs, say you're looking at a ZV6, and you're saying it's overpriced for what it is. Well, I dare you to find another subwoofer to compare to that. The problem is a lot of guys want to find a cheaper subwoofer and compare it to one of our more expensive subwoofers, even though that less expensive, cheaper subwoofer from another manufacturer cannot compare. It will not have the same sound, will not have the same output. Now, if that's the case, and I'll do this real quick. Let me show y'all something. We can go down to a product like this guy right here. So this is our E12. This is a very inexpensive, very budget-friendly subwoofer. I believe these things go right now with the counter. They're somewhere around like 159 bucks. These things pound. I personally ran 4 of these 12s in one of my street vehicles, my Blazer, in the cargo area, just basic little street system with 4 12s and one of our old SCV 7500s. And it slammed. I had honestly too much power for it. You don't need that much power for these. They're 500 watts RMS. But yeah, these are very budget friendly and get insanely loud for what they are. So when everybody says that Sundown is too expensive, I simply say, pick one of our budget products. I'll show another one. No, not that one. This one, nope. I was looking for some of our LCS series. I don't have any of our LCS subs in here right now. But we produce what we call our LCS 10-inch and LCS 12-inch subwoofers. They are incredibly inexpensive. They're only around 100 bucks a piece. And that's brand new to the customer. You can get them from the online retailers with free shipping and all that. They're extremely inexpensive subwoofers. So if you're going to compare somebody else's inexpensive subwoofer compared to one of our inexpensive ones, we've got the expensive stuff like the ZV6s, the SDDNs, but we got normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill, inexpensive, great products as well. All right. Let me flip over here to YouTube, dive into some of the questions we got on the tube here. Let's see. I see somebody saying, been asking this question for a while, got no answers, but I don't see a question. He says, I have 2 U18 in a 14.67 box, but I don't see a question with that. So if you got a question, restate that a little bit different. So glad you're making vids again. Yep, we're diving in hard. If you're not aware, we had some company changes this year. We have a new owner, and went through a lot of changes. The changes are finally mellowing out, and things are leveling off. And some of the new stuff, the adjustments we had to make here at work. So I'm finding time to dive back into these videos. I'm loving the live feeds, being able to just jump in, because I hate editing videos. So I love just getting on live, getting in here and being able to interact with people, answer questions on the fly. Next question. When will Go Till It Blows coming back? We're working on it. So what I want to do first, and I'm working on now, and you'll see here behind me, I've got a little 10-inch enclosure. This is a little sealed 10-inch enclosure. Right now, I actually have a Vex 10 in here that I've been playing with. I'm working on building up some subwoofer enclosures, single 10, single 12, single 15, etc. We're building a bunch of new enclosures for different products that we have, because closure recommendations vary between whether you have an SA12 or say an X12. We're building enclosures. As soon as I get all these single sub enclosures built, we're going to dive back into the Go Till It Blows videos. So they are coming. I just got to get these enclosures built first, and then in the limited time I have, sometimes I gotta pick a priority, make videos, or build enclosures. So no, they're coming back very soon. Will the Salt 1K or 1.5K be best for a single SA Classic 12? I say you can't go wrong with either. Salt 1 will be a great amp to run on a single SA12 Classic. The Salt 12 could be, Salt 1.5 could be even better. I'm a big fan of overhead. I would rather have more power than I need and hold back than have not enough power and attempt to overdrive my setup. One of the big issues I see, guys get amps that are barely or not quite big enough for the subwoofers they have. They end up wanting to overdrive it. Overdriving creates distortion, creates clipping, and just induces extra heat for no reason. You can run your system so much better by spending a little bit of extra money, get a little bit more power, and just hold back a little bit on that power. You don't have to use all the power you have. All right, hungover are we? No, I don't get hangovers anymore. I like my time out at the bars, so I'm pretty immune to hangovers. Where is the closest Sundown Audio dealer in Massachusetts? I can't seem to find one. I don't know all the dealers off the top of my head, but we have dealers everywhere. Check out sundownaudio.com. We do have a dealer locator there on the site. It should be updated. If it looks like it is not updated, you can let me know here in the comments. But sundownaudio.com, check out the dealer locator. That should find the closest dealer near you. If there's not a brick and mortar dealer near you or not close enough, we have plenty of online great options now to order product, get it shipped directly to your door. So check out our online options as well. Let's see, yep, we got thumbs ups, video's good, sound is good. Is port area off, let's say at NSV 415, calculated off sub size or box size? That's a great question. And this can go both ways. So generically to be less confusing to the customer, a lot of people say something as far as using 16 cubic inches of port per foot or 12 cubic inches of port per foot or 16 per foot. It works, but it's a very generic formula. The reason that formula is used is because it's easy to understand and it's easy to use. Ideally, port area for me and what I recommend should be based off of cone area. So that's what I like to tell people. Base port area off of your cone area, not off of box size, but that can get a lot more in depth. That's definitely some professional level box design, and it's insanely difficult to explain to the average user. So generically, the easiest way and most common generic way is to say, use this much port area per cubic foot. It's not best, but it does work out in general on average. All right, more comments. Everything sounds good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Guys, if you would, click that thumbs up button for me. Looks like we got plenty of people in here watching the chat. I only see 14 likes so far. If y'all would do me a favor, click that thumbs up button. If you're on YouTube, double tap that screen on TikTok. Let us know you appreciate what we're doing here. Help us get some interaction. And if you won't mind, share it around. Share this on your social media. Share it on your TikTok. These Tech Talk Thursdays we're going to do every Thursday at live at 1 p.m. Even next week, I'm going to be on the road. Thursday at lunchtime, I'm supposed to be down in Orlando at Knowledge Fest to set up our booth. As long as I'm not insanely busy at the time, I will go live. If I'm there at Knowledge Fest, I'll go live from right there on the floor Thursday while we're setting up the booth. I'll bring a tripod, go live. We'll try to do this again from right there. So if you think that's a good idea and you like what I'm doing here, make sure and give us that thumbs up, guys. Double tap that screen. That just helps confirm and encourage me to do more stuff and do more things like this. Let's move on. You're more beautiful than ever.